No, I should bring it. To inform Rivers people and Nigerians of the move by the governor of Rivers State, Similaye Fubara, to procure interim orders from judges that I may not name here, but I will put in my petition to the NJC. What is the essence? What is the intention? He wants to procure interim order restraining or is stopping the implementation of the laws which he was vetoed over. He wants to procure an order to announce as illegal the Rivers State House of Assembly as constituted and as led by Right Honorable Martins, Chike, and Mebule. Will it be true to say that indices 6 and 8 have been implemented? What are 6 and 8? That you present a budget to the legitimate assembly recognized by Mr. President as being headed by Right Honorable Martins, Chike, and Mebule. That you should represent the budget. I'm asking the press, has that been done? Now, how the Index 8, which of course directed the governor to conduct an election and never recognize any other nomenclature in the local governments. Has it been done? Again, you are all aware that by effusion of time, the governor's blatant refusal to conduct election, of course, goes to affect the instant laws of Rivers State. And of course, it's a blatant, in fact, a deliberate attempt to disrespect and disobey Mr. President. Okay, I'm saying again, what of Index 8? Does Governor Fubara, that's Index 6 now, does Governor Fubara run a budget duly represented to a legitimate Rivers State of Assembly? Is the governor denying or about to deny his signature on that document, or as one of his ardent supporters who was present at the peace meeting? I'm sure you know the person I'm talking about. One David Briggs came out. He was part of that meeting. I saw him. Came out after the meeting when the rumpus started to lie to Nigerians that Mr. Governor never assented to that document. And in fact, if he did, that he assented the document under duress. And I'm asking if the governor is about to put face to say that he didn't sign the document or that he signed under duress. Doesn't this unprovoked outburst further support our assertions that it is Governor Fubara who mobilized his cronies to institute suits in law courts challenging the powers of Mr. President to churn out the peace pact? Is it not true that with Governor Sim's outburst, Mr. President is limited only in Rivers State to his avowal as sworn to protect and defend the entire territory and sovereignty of Nigeria, which of course includes Rivers State? In other words, Rivers State in itself, according to Governor Similaye Fubara, is a sovereign nation state with Governor Fubara now as the GCFR. Is it not true? Is it true to claim respect for one that you don't obey? I respect you, you don't obey, that you respect me, but you don't obey me? Is it true to claim that you actually have respect for me? Further questions before Governor Fubara. 1. Who was Governor Fubara wanting to surprise in such a crooked, high-pitched voice in public? Who was he? Who did he direct his visitors to pass on the message to? Why does a governor feel sure to threaten fire and brimstone in a state he swore to protect? 4. Why does he drum war when he should actually be the cynosure of peace? We'll conclude. We shall conclude by asserting as follows. 1. That if the governor of Fubara's warning of springing unpleasant surprises, if dead, is to Mr. President, then it is the highest height of insult to Mr. President and the office of President. 2. If the threat is to the Speaker and other 26 members of the Rivers State House of Assembly who have been asserting their independence and consistent with the principles of separation of powers and checks and balances, and in making laws and promoting laws for the prosperity of River State, then the governor groups again. If this threat is targeted at the All Progressive Congress River State, who has sustained its role as main opposition party in the state and had remained unequivocal and vehement in speaking for the mass of our people, including the downtrodden, then he misfired as usual. That threat is empty. Completely empty. 4. If the threat is to his estranged benefactor, who is His Excellency Ian Wike, Honorable Minister of FCT, then it will not be out of place to define Governor Fubara as a serial ingrate. 5. The governor should remember the aphorism, and I quote, "Those whose kernels are cracked by benevolent spirit should endeavor to be humble."